Hello everyone, welcome back to Nora's Discoveries, where I commentate about just current topics while you get cozy. This is the Cozy Commentary Corner. Grab a drink, grab a snack, and let's get into it. Before we get into it today, I just wanted to say if you are here from TikTok, you followed me on there, you're wondering where I've been, I got locked out of my account, so my new account is literally the same exact handle, but an S on the end. So follow me on there. I'm doing a very interesting series right now. I think you guys would really enjoy it if you liked my other content on my original TikTok account. But yeah, let's get into today's video. Today's video has nothing to do with my true crime stories or anything like that. It is actually, I think it's divided the internet in one way or another. It is the video about the bride who washed her face the day of her wedding. Now, I'm going to have a lot of opinions on this, and I don't think my opinions really blend in with what the rest of the people have been saying. So I'm sure other people think this way as well, but it gets really hard to voice your opinion when it's very different from what people have been saying, especially if there's a dog pile going on. So I'm going to be completely transparent and say what I think about this, but let's watch the original video together of a bride washing her face off to remove the makeup that a makeup artist did for her.
Washing off my bridal makeup. Okay, wait, closer. Am I doing it? I feel like you're about to vomit. Committed now. Oh my gosh, what did I do? No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm shaking. No, it's okay. It's okay. You can redo it. Okay. It'll be perfect. It always is perfect when you do it. You always look so pretty. Thank you. It's shaking. I think it's just like anxiety. I want to do this. But it's fine, like, we have so much time. The wedding's not even until 4. It's fine. I'm scared that she's gonna want to do, like, touch-ups on me, like, right before. Can we ask her still? Is that rude? Like, you're never gonna see her again. I don't want to see her. I don't feel bad, but I don't like it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm doing this. It's fine. I can't believe I'm doing this. I think I'm like a weird state right now. You, like, look better even without the makeup at all. Right? I'm like, I already feel, like, way more like myself. Yeah. Like, I was watching her paint your lips, and I was like, oh, that is pink. I was trying so hard to like it. She also like didn't blend in my neck at all. Like, no, she didn't. There's no makeup on my neck. I'd rather walk down the aisle like this. A mask.
And in pictures, it's gonna look so much better too. That would be the bad part. Is that in the pictures? If you're like cakey or something.
Oh, I can't wait to make a TikTok about
Flashback this. Mary. I would say Flashback Mary.
It's okay.
Alright, so the bride's original video is like on her page, I'm guessing, but her account is private now. She privated it, and I think she's on 20k followers, I'm not sure, but privated the account so we can't see the video anymore. So this is from reposts and everything. So first things first, it's totally fine, obviously, that if a bride doesn't like her makeup, at the end of the day, if she washes it off, that's her own money going down the drain. She's the one that paid for it. She can do whatever she wants with it, okay? She can wash it off. She can scrub it off for all I care. She can, whatever she wants to do, she's free to do, which I think we're all in agreement with. I don't think anyone's saying, oh my God, how dare she wash it off, right? I think when you look at it from the bride's point of view, as a bride, when you have spent the time, money, and the effort to get a makeup artist to go through a trial, which we'll get into later, to pay money, like makeup artists, by the way, they're not cheap. Like, you pay a lot of money for the service, right? To go through all of that just to wash it off, that's money lost, that's time lost, and that's more stress added to her on her wedding day. Never been married before, okay? I've never had a wedding before, but it doesn't take a genius to know that they are inherently stressful. You're running around, you know, I've heard before from people who've gotten married, the majority of the people I know that have gotten married have said that it's literally done for other people. It's rarely done for the couples. Like, the celebration is usually for the other people as well. Maybe they didn't do it right, I don't know. But my point is, it's an inherently stressful day, and her washing the makeup off, and she's washing away money, she's washing away time. This is a huge stressor, you know, added on her. And at the same time, like, it's stressful because She's probably never had to do her makeup for a very stressful day like this. This is the first time she's been married. I'm assuming the first time that she's been in a situation where she has to do her own makeup on her own wedding day, and she's stressed that it might turn out not nice, and then she'll have pictures that'll be with her forever of a day that she didn't feel her most beautiful and her most comfortable. All right. My third point is that we have no idea what the makeup looked like in real life. Okay. In real life, all right, you see these like dark circles that I have right now? They're not that prominent, actually, believe it or not, in real life. All these spots that I like here, in real life, they're not that prominent. But because of the lighting that I have, they're accentuating all of like my dark circles. Like if you see, look how different that is. Look how different that is. How different that is. You know, each lighting literally accentuated a different area of my face and maybe made some dark areas more prominent, whatever. My point of saying is my skin texture is completely different. Honestly, it's better in real life than it is on camera. This situation could have been the same. It could have literally looked worse in real life than it did on camera. And this is me addressing comments that I've seen a lot of people post is, oh, it looks great. It looked better the first time. You know, it looked this, it looked that. You weren't there to see it in real life. So we have no idea what it could have looked like in real life. But I also appreciate that, like, not a lot of people would know that. Like, I don't think that's like common knowledge, especially how makeup shows up on camera, unless you take a lot of pictures of yourself, or unless you're a makeup artist or a content creator. We don't know that sometimes things look different in real life than it does based on certain lightings. For example, like when the makeup wasn't blended down to her neck, she mentions that, like in the video, she says, oh, she didn't even bring it down to my neck and everything. That's not something we noticed in the pictures, but that's something we noticed in real life. And it gets me thinking, because if the bridesmaid as well is like, oh my God, yeah, that's not good, like wash it off, wash it off, wash it off, then something must have been wrong with the makeup. And my next point, the most controversial point I think I'll be making in this video. I haven't seen anyone talk about it from this point of view, so I hope I don't get dragged for this. Her saying, I quote, I can't wait to make a TikTok video about this, okay? So that's what people are mostly concerned about. That's what people are really blowing up about. That's what people keep bringing up, that, oh, I can't believe she said she can't wait to make a video. She can't wait to make a video about it. But to be honest, I don't see what all the outrage is about, right? I mean, a lot of people do that. That's how we have a lot of like of wedding drama, like, you know, food drama, like a lot of the exposés of like nail salons, like, oh, look at what this nail salon did. Look at this bug that was found in my food. People do that. That is the age and the world that we live in. If we go and we have a terrible experience in a place, we will go online, we will write a review about it. We will go online and we will talk about it. And let's keep in mind that the bride, I think her name is Laura, is an influencer. That is her literal job. It's to like make videos on stuff. So that's always been a thing, right? And as a society, all right, you watching this, you know that whenever something blows up like that, we sit back, we grab a drink, we start sipping, and we cannot get enough. Okay? So I don't understand why her voicing, oh, I can't wait to make a TikTok about this, outraged everyone. What I'm trying to get at is, if you go to a restaurant, right, and you have a terrible meal and you want to go and you want to put a review about it and you want to like pull up your phone and say, oh my God, look at this meal, blah, 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 blah. That's normal, I would think, right? Let alone this is her wedding day, like one of the most important days, arguably, in someone's life. So the way I look at it is, this is arguably the most important day of a person's life, their wedding day. So in my opinion, the way I looked at it, she was like, oh my God, I can't wait to post about how terrible my makeup experience was during my wedding day. What a chaotic thing to happen on my wedding day. That's what, like, I perceived it as. A lot of people perceived it as her trying to expose the makeup artist. A lot of people perceived it as her trying to ruin the makeup artist's life. A lot of people perceived it as her being a mean girl. A lot of people perceived it as her trying to get clout, trying to get fame off of this. But to be honest with you, as the makeup artist will say in the video that we'll watch soon, this happened in August, okay? So when she said, I can't wait, she did wait. She waited from August literally in January, like 5 months to post this video. So my thinking is, and this is coming from a person who makes content, right? If I think a video is going to blow up, I'm not going to sit on it. I'm going to film it ASAP. If I think this video is going to get me clout, if I think it's going to get me subscribers, followers, likes, shares, I'll post it today. I'm not waiting 5 months to post a video that why would I sit on it for 5 months? You know what I mean? So my thinking is, she made the video, whatever, she like archived it, and then she maybe waited, and she was like, oh my God, that's crazy. Actually, this is what happened. Oh, I didn't post that video, and then went and posted it, you know? And also, I doubt she thought that it would get the traction that it did. She has 20K followers. I think the video got like 30 million views. Not in a million years did I think that she thought with her 20K followers that she thought, oh my God, like this is gonna get millions, and you know what I mean? I don't think so. I personally don't agree. All right, so that being said, because I feel like the black and white lives on the internet, okay? And as a person who's guilty of being very black and very white, I have a hard time in the gray. I have a hard time seeing both sides. In this video, I really want you guys to like understand that I don't think mean behavior like is okay. But I genuinely don't think that she was doing this to be malicious. Like, I'm sorry, I don't think so. I really don't think so. Now on to the MUA's response, because I think that's a good one, and we need to hear her point of view.
Washing off my bridal makeup. Okay, wait, close this.
Hi there. So 21 million of you have seen that viral video of the bride washing off her makeup 20 minutes before her first look on her wedding day. Well, it's me. I'm that makeup artist. I honestly was shocked to see this. There were no indicators that she was unhappy, honestly. I've been doing this over 20 years, and I've learned to communicate very well with my brides, and I've also learned to read body language. So even if a bride says she loves it, often I can tell if she doesn't just by the way her body is sitting, or just different tells that we have as women when we're trying to, you know, say we like something and we don't. I was looking back at my messages with this bride just to see like what our interaction was like. She did have a preview with me, and she was happy. There were a few things she wanted to change. Her eyeshadow color she wanted to change. She wanted to add a little more bronzer. She did mention in her message that she loved her lip and cheek color. So I kept that the same. On the wedding day, I made the changes that she asked for, and it seemed to me that she was happy. She gave me the biggest smile I've ever seen of a bride. And yeah, I had no idea. Also, her wedding was in August. So, I mean, it's been several months now. I had no idea she was unhappy. And her washing off her makeup doesn't really bother me. I mean, it's her money down the drain. The thing that hurts is who the bride was. I'm not even on TikTok, so I had no idea this was happening. One of my artists saw this and saw that it was going viral and reached out to me. And when she told me what was going on, I was trying to think of which bride it could possibly be. And when I saw that it was this specific bride, that's what hurt. Because this bride, she was so sweet. She was so easy to work with, so kind. She's a fellow Jesus lover like me, so I felt like we had that in common, which was cool. So that's what hurts, is that the character of the bride that I thought is not what was there, and that's just what hurt the most. But it is what it is. Can't change it now. All we can do is move forward and learn from this. So brides, if you're getting married, you don't have to hire a makeup artist. There's nowhere that says that you do. If you love the way that you do your own makeup, then do it on your wedding day. Also, if you do hire us makeup artists, you are not going to offend us. You're paying for our service, and it's our job to make sure you're comfortable. And so just communicate. Let us know what's going on. I'm also just glad that this happened to me and not any of the stylists or artists on my team, because this has been very challenging to navigate. And to talk about taking a deep dive into TikTok, not starting shallow, just jumping in the deep end. I appreciate all the support from the makeup artists. The makeup artist community has overwhelmingly reached out in support. I've received hundreds of messages in the last couple days just showing love and support, and that means the world to me. So thank you for that.
This is absolutely insane, bonkers, bananas, crazy, whatever you want to call it, because Twirly has, the makeup artist, has now 405,000 followers, which is insane. Which, you know, she low-key gave her like a social media career in a way, Laura the bride. So that's insane. I also want to say her reaction was so graceful, so like respectful, so like what an amazing way to respond when you're in a really, really stressful situation where millions of people have seen someone's negative review about your work. I can't imagine what it must have been like to have an amazing experience with a client, bond with them on such a spiritual level, think that everything is fine, and then 5 months later you see this. You see that they made an entire video basically, you know, just putting your work down with millions and millions and millions of people watching. And this is what I was saying, what I meant when I said earlier that we can be gray, you know, we can see both sides and everything, respect both sides, and we can also feel bad for both sides, you know what I mean? So it's absolutely insane. In Twirly's defense, why didn't the bride say anything? I think as women, we're all guilty of this. I'll go to the nail salon and I'll go get my nails done and they won't be what I wanted them to be, or I'll go get my eyebrows done and, you know, there's so many times I go get my eyebrows done and I tell them exactly what I want and I walk out and I want to cry. And so as women, I'm sure all of us, I mean, the majority of you guys who like watch my videos are women, I'm sure all of us can understand being put in positions where we didn't like something but we didn't say anything. But that is not Twirly's fault. That is Laura's fault. Laura, the bride, should have said something. She should have said, listen, lip and cheek, change lip and cheek, blend down my neck. She should have communicated. Why she didn't communicate? No one knows. I don't know. I know that she should have said something. That's what I know. So I think it's really important to gain perspective on other people as well. I think it's really important to gain a perspective on this from people who actually know what they're talking about, like other makeup artists, because none of us know what that's like. Obviously, being put in a situation where you do someone's makeup and they don't like it, or no one knows. So I think it's best if we see other people's opinions on this.
Cakey or something.
Oh, I can't wait to make a TikTok about this.
Flashback Mary.
So I wanted to give my little 2 cents on this situation as somebody who's been a makeup artist for 13 years and has done countless weddings, because I have thoughts. Let me just start by saying this. Being a makeup artist is not an easy job at all. People want us to be plastic surgeons, people want us to be magicians, and most importantly, they expect us to read their mind. If you're booking a makeup artist, you need to be as clear as possible about the type of look that you want and how you want to feel on your big day. There's an issue that I see constantly with girls on my timeline that ask for a certain look and then book a certain makeup artist and then get upset when the look isn't what they wanted. It is so important, especially if you're a bride, to book an artist that does your ideal makeup. If you know that you are difficult about your makeup, or not even difficult, if you know that you have a very specific way that you like your makeup, it's imperative that you find an artist that speaks to you. And that's something that's completely in your control. One thing I noticed with this bride is that she likes very, very, very natural makeup. I looked at her page and she really doesn't wear a lot of makeup. So when I looked at the photo she attached to the video, The makeup was very, very natural. The makeup looked very, very subtle, but I could see that the artist did apply powder onto her face, which was probably the reason why she didn't like the makeup, because usually people who don't wear a lot of makeup don't use a lot of powder because then it starts to look like makeup. The thing that really did rub me the wrong way about this though is the fact that she said, I can't wait to post this on TikTok. Now, girl, that was shady. That's so mean. Like, it's one thing to not like your makeup, but it's another thing to decide that the makeup didn't look how you wanted it. And instead of telling the artist, hey, let's work on this together, let's fix this so I could be happy with my makeup on my big day, you decide to wash it off and then make a whole video about it. Girl, this is such a hard career to have, and it can be really, really hard on your confidence. It can be really, really hard on how you feel about yourself. Trying to please people, we're trying to make people feel their very best. I think that it's very damaging to do that to someone and their livelihood. She said she did do a trial, so I do understand that. And she said that after the trial, the artist basically did everything she asked her not to do on the day of. Do I think the bride is in the wrong for being upset that the makeup didn't come out the way that she requested it? Of course not. But that's where I go back to making sure you're booking an artist that is going to make you happy on your big day. Now, obviously, I don't know the bride, but I do feel like she had ill intent when posting this video, and you could just tell by her whole tone and demeanor. And I know that for a lot of people, it's hard to speak up, but you need to speak up when it comes to something as important as your wedding day makeup. If you are the makeup artist and you're watching this, I just want you to know that everything is gonna be okay. These things happen to the best of us. Do not let it bring you down. I really hope that you don't let this define you as an artist, please, because it just really wasn't even that bad. And to everybody online, in 2025, let's just practice a little bit of compassion. I'd rather a client have so much feedback from me and tell me exactly what they want me to change than tell me everything is fine and then go in the bathroom and wash the makeup off and then post about it. I think this could have been handled so much better. There's times where I'll even give the client my brush and let them fix what they want to fix. That's one thing that I always tell every single client. I want you to feel your best. It's not about me. If you don't like something, I'm not going to be hurt. I'd rather you walk out of this chair and feel amazing than feel like you have to change your makeup when I leave. I want you to know, on behalf of all makeup artists, we would appreciate if you just tell us, because at the end of the day, working with your makeup artist is a team effort. People who are not makeup artists have no idea what a challenging career it is. And being a bridal makeup artist is a whole different beast. We're human, just like anybody else. We make mistakes. We're not robots. With clients like that, who needs enemies? Like, I honestly believe that she could have easily just like sprayed her face down with some hydrating setting spray and she would have looked exactly how she did her makeup. That's the truth.
Can I just say, Chanel's makeup looks amazing. It's so stunning and her skin is so clear, and it's literally, everyone's been saying that in the comments, which I thought I'd point out as well, because yes. And honestly, the majority of the people agree. Like, here a comment says, same situation happened to me and I washed it off and did it myself. Never did I do a video about it because it was my fault for trying something new. Well, technically, Laura the bride didn't try something new. It was something that she tried before. There was a trial. That's what a trial is. So she did a trial and she told her, I don't like this. Can I have more of this, more of that? And according to Laura, like, the makeup artist didn't amend any of it. Like, she basically just gave her the same thing that she gave her during the trial, which is what Laura didn't want. So I don't know why she didn't speak up again, but I don't know. I'm not sure why. Someone else said, I think another thing too is that a lot of people don't realize special event makeup is applied in layers so it will last. Whether it's a full glam or natural, this isn't everyday makeup look event. And I agree, but at the same time, I feel like there needs to be a preface to say, oh, by the way, this is what you should expect. Another thing Chanel said was like, oh, make sure you know that if you go to a makeup artist and you are natural, for example, you want a natural look, you go to a makeup artist who is like more of a glam look and everything. Don't do that. But that should be the makeup artist's fault, right? So if I go to someone, I'm like, I want a really natural look, and they have full beat, like their entire page is full beats, full beats, full beats. I might think in my head, oh, because it's a natural makeup, it might be easy and a full beat is harder, so you can do the easier thing. You know what I mean? Like, genuinely, that's what I thought of. Like, before the situation, I never really thought that you would have to go to a specific makeup artist if you want more of a natural look, or if you want a full glam, you need to go to a full glam artist, and so on and so forth. I think it's the same with like hair, that I've noticed, like a hairstylist that'll do blonde. You can't just go to a random hairstylist to do a blonde for you. You have to go to like a specific specialized blonde hairstylist, which is something I never knew. So again, it's up to the professionals to say, you know what, like, this is not what I do. I do full beat. You want like a more of a natural look, you have to find someone who's more compatible with that, because it's not, as a consumer, without this video, I would not have known that this is what I need to do if I need a makeup artist. Another thing is, she said something along the lines of, oh, we're not miracle workers, we're not plastic surgeons. I don't think that that's what the bride was expecting, to be honest. Like, I don't think she was expecting a miracle, but there seems like there was some miscommunication, something was lost in translation. Although I do get her point of view, and to be honest, I don't think her intentions are as malicious as people are trying to say that they are. I still think that it's wrong. Again, two things can be true at the same time. I can say that she posted it without malicious intent. Like, this was a pretty big thing, in my opinion. Like, my opinion, your makeup is as important as your dress is, if not even more important, my opinion, right? Because a dress, you can if you confidently wear a dress, you'll make any dress look stunning. Stunning. Actually, no, never mind. I take that back, because you can wash your makeup off and redo it, but you can't do the dress, right? But I do think I stand with the point that it's as important as the dress, because it's part of your confidence and part of how you carry yourself on the date and part of the pictures that you look back on for decades to come. And since it was super, super important, that important aspect going wrong is a big deal. And it's post-worthy. Now, a lot of people are saying, oh, it's okay if she posts her review. Like, what's the problem? She didn't tag her. Someone in the comments is saying that she did tag her. She tagged her on Instagram, where I guess it didn't perform as well as it did on TikTok. That is wrong. That is shady. And that is not freaking okay. That is where I'm like, at first I was like, it's fine. Like, she didn't tag her. That's fine. But it's not fine because she tagged her. So I'm not going to delete everything I said, but I'm more stern now that it's like, are you serious? Like, now I'm questioning your intent. Now I'm like looking at you sideways, like, you tagged her? That, I don't like that. Then we're bringing personalities into it. Someone said, please leave her alone. Her wedding is the only achievement in personality. She was finally picked. Someone else said, oh, the gummy grin says it all. Like, can we stop bringing people's looks into things? I feel like every time I make a video, even my video on Ash Trevino, and I can't remember who else this video, someone else that was made a video about, there's like, people's looks. Stop talking about people's looks. Stop talking about people's smiles. And it's so funny because we're trying to do that because she was mean, but we're being even meaner. We need to stop. We need to stop that. Like, I can recognize that it's mean to tag her and everything, but at the end of the day, I can recognize both sides. And I think that's important. And we should stop dogpiling, because I think she is. If you privated your account after your video gained 30, keep in mind her video gained 30 million views, and I don't think she gained a follower, like a single follower from that video. Meanwhile, the makeup artist has hundreds and thousands of followers now. Sorry. I think that's very very sad, honestly. But I also do think I'm really happy that the makeup artist, that everyone was being so lovely with her. Like, they were messaging her. They were, like, everyone was reaching out. There's so many, like, insightful makeup artists, like, that made very insightful, very, like, valuable videos on this topic. Just educating brides in general about what to look out for. Encouraging brides to speak up. Like, I really do think that 2025 brides, you guys, you now know what to say, what not to say. And as in, like, if you want a natural look, who to go to. If something is wrong, you know that a good makeup artist will not be offended. You know now to do a trial before. All of these things that I don't think a lot of us knew. Like, I didn't know any of this, right? So I think it is very valuable information and everything. So at least that came out of it. But I think we should take it easy on her a little bit. I think she's young. I think she's like early 20s and everything, which is not an excuse. But I think it's a good lesson for her moving forward. But also we need to ease up a little bit. I don't think this is like, I don't know. I don't see it as bad as the people like freaking out about that. I can't wait to make a TikTok about this and everything. It's a different story that she tagged her on Instagram, but that video didn't really get that much traction. And everyone's supporting the makeup artist now, so, which is amazing. These are my thoughts on the topic. If you have any thoughts, please put them down below. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification button so that you're notified every time we post.